Make some noise if you're an introvert. Thank you, introverts. I'm sorry I had to put you through that. Because you know, if you ask the extroverts to make some noise, it's not a big deal. They're probably already making noise. But the introverts are like, oh God, here we go again. Yeah, I'm an introvert. Are you happy? I know this because I'm an introvert. For me, probably the hardest thing about being an introvert is actually going to Walmart. Because I need those low prices just like everybody else does, but there's so many people. And they're not open 24 hours anymore, so I can't go in the middle of the night. Honestly, if they didn't have the self-checkouts, I don't think I could do it at all. To an introvert, the self-checkout is proof of the existence of God. You can keep your piece of toast with the outline of the Virgin Mary. The self-checkout tells me that all of this was created by a benevolent, supreme being. And it always amazes me when somebody actually complains about the self-checkout. Why would I want to scan my own damn items? To avoid interacting with another human being? I mean, what the fuck? So, last week I had to go to Walmart. And I put it off for as long as I could, so I was basically out of everything. And I go, and it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's like 45 minutes to an hour of training for the Avoiding Eye Contact Olympics. But then, I've got everything. My cart is like weighted down, and I'm ready to go, and I'm headed out, and I can see the daylight. And there's a couple of the self-checkouts that are unattended. And even the guy that's there to make sure you're not stealing anything, he's looking at his phone, so I don't have to worry about him. And then I realize I forgot something. And it's not one of the things they have up at the front, like batteries or a candy bar. It was trash bags. Fuck! If you're an introvert and you know where the trash bags are, you feel my pain. So I'm like standing there, and I make this split-second decision in the moment. And this is really the key point of this antidote. I make this split-second decision that I'm not going to drag my cart back to where the trash bags are. That's going to take too long. So I leave my cart, I run and get the trash bags, I come back, I check out. And it worked out fine. But the whole time that I was going from point A to point B and back to point A, I had this like vague anxiety that I couldn't quite put my finger on. And it was only after I got back home that I realized that subconsciously I was worried that another introvert was going to walk into the store, see my unattended cart, and decide right next to the self-checkouts, and decide to just buy my items. And I mean, I could like visualize it. It's like he's looking at my cart, like, wow, that's a lot of the same stuff I was going to buy. I don't need that many condoms. This story's going to have a footnote. I don't need that many condoms, but that's a lot of the same stuff I was going to buy. Screw it, I'm out of here. And you know, even though this didn't actually happen, even though this is all hypothetical in my mind, it really bothers me. And what bothers me is not so much that I would have to start over, although that is really bad. What really bothers me is like, why should I do all the work for this hypothetical motherfucker? You know, this hypothetical introvert jerk is just going to walk into Walmart and steal the fruits of my labor. I mean that metaphorically. I was definitely not buying fruit. Buying the opposite of fruit. But I would never do that to my introvert brothers and sisters. If I ever walk into Walmart and I see an unattended cart with a lot of the same stuff I was going to buy right next to the self-checkouts, I mean, let's face it, I'd be out of there in less than 5 minutes. Okay, I get it. I understand where the hypothetical introvert is coming from. I guess the key issue here is that I just have to always stay with my cart because you other introverts are sneaky. And you need to stay with your carts because I'm sneaky. Introverts are sneaky. It's just, from now on, we're all responsible for our own carts. It's every introvert for themselves, which if you think about it is exactly the way we want it. And here's the footnote. I know when I added the thing about the condoms, it kind of disrupts the flow because the whole point is that I'm an introvert, but I just thought it was funny, so I'm going to put it in there. So to anybody that was thinking it, I appreciate it that nobody actually said, hey, wait a minute. I thought you were an introvert. Who are you fucking? So thank you for not saying that, and thank you for listening.